So, Coach, I'm going to start off with you. Just a general question. What has the summer been like for you guys?
Well, I mean, I think it's been like everything else. It's been challenging. We were fortunate. We had 12 of our kids, including these two guys, were able to go out and play summer baseball in some capacity. I don't. I know Austin had to change teams. Was in Wilmington, and actually they canceled his season while he was there. Is that correct, Austin? And then, he got up to Charlotte and played in the Southern Collegiate League, and certainly Hogan had a great summer with the High Toms right here. Local, but it was just challenging. I mean, I think for the most part, 12 of our guys playing was really good for them, good for their mental health to get out and back. But the guys that weren't able to play, they kind of find a way to stay active and stay in shape. And but I think we came out of it very well.
Great. So first of my player questions, I'm going to ask Hogan. So you had a great summer in Coastal Plain, won a hitter of the year and all that with the High Toms. I was just wondering, with the break, spring ending early, I mean, how are you able to kind of get hot so quick and kind of get into a groove so early in the summer season and able to sustain it that whole time?
After we had to go back home after quarantine, just being able to work out at home and be able to just stay hitting and throwing was a huge part of it, just to be able to stay in good shape for the summer season. And, when the season started, summer ball is always just fun to be around with new guys in a new environment, a new area. So when I was able to just get hot, it was just, stay loose, stay active, and just make sure, just keep your eye on the ball and just keep swinging. So it was just a fun time.
So for Austin, it seems like, you had kind of an interesting summer ball, having to switch teams halfway through. How was the summer for you so far as your performance?
It was good. When I was first in Wilmington, it was exciting seeing the team and the new guys I was going to play with. And then sadly that came to an end when we had to cancel our season for Wilmington. So I had to panic and find another team. So luckily I got lucky in Charlotte and played in the Southern Collegiate League, and I was able to work out and adjust to the new team and new system there and follow the rules with the face covering and the testing, stuff like that. But overall, being able to work and just get some reps in was pretty good.
So, Coach, what have you kind of seen this summer from maybe these two guys, but just your team in general, that kind of encourages you for this coming season?
Well, certainly these two guys are two of the better players we have. I mean, I felt that way last year going into the year, and was excited about the seasons they were having and about to have before we got shut down. And then, for us to have the opportunity to go out and recruit, knowing and I think recruiting is the key to the recruiting is to not to in a situation like mine being my first year is not – these guys are my guys. They were my guys the day I inherited from Coach Jarrett's staff. Everybody wants to come in and bring in their guys. I don't look at it that way. I think the key is to come in and complement what we have, which was very good, with guys that can help make us better. So I think, yesterday was our first skill day. So really encouraged with, the few things I saw yesterday. So I'm just excited about the group we have back, returning, their talent level, and the talent level of the group we have coming in.
Well, you kind of brought it up. My next question was going to be just about fall ball. What are you guys going to be doing this fall, and with just with all the changes and everything that's been going on?
Well, it's different from the standpoint of just how we utilize the locker room, how we utilize the field house, number of people we have in the indoor facility and our cages. But I think for me, the structure of it as far as is very similar. We're going to be in skill pretty much the whole month of September, where we get to 8 hours a week for skill instruction. So pitchers will be throwing pin, hitters will be working on their defense and their hitting, and then we'll do 4 hours in strength and conditioning, which will flip right into October the 3rd. We plan to start our team phase, which will be 20 hours a week, where we'll get to scrimmage on the weekend and things of that nature. And that'll run through the end of about the first week. I think it's November the 8th, which is right prior to them going home for Thanksgiving break. So on paper, it looks very similar. I just think the protocol of things we're having to do, the way we utilize the field house, the locker room, on-field social distancing, coaches with masks on at all times, is the biggest change.
So this next question isn't really a baseball question. Hogan, if you want to answer first, just about how are you adjusting to this new normal, with the face coverings and everything like that, having to go to practice and class? What's kind of been the hardest adjustment for you with this new normal we've kind of been facing? You're on mute, bud.
Probably the class aspect of it. Everything I have is online. So the face-to-face learning structure of it, I don't have this semester. So it's a lot harder to, get personal with your teacher and try to really break down into something, try to figure out a problem. If I need to, I can always email, but I always like that physical connection inside a classroom. But that's for me, that's probably the hardest.
What about for you all? Same question, just how have you been adjusting? What's been most difficult for you?
Pretty much the same thing with Hogan. With my grad major, I'm all online. So, like he said, getting personal with the professor is something I enjoy and prefer to do. But this whole aspect of being online, I would say it's difficult, but it's easy to adjust to. But it's a whole different ball game, I would say. And when it comes to face coverings, it's all right. It's not too difficult. I enjoy not bad wearing a face covering. I don't mind it. It's nice. But yeah.
So, Coach, going back to you, with the season getting shortened, a lot of people got extra years of eligibility. How much of a boost is have so many of those guys back? They're going to have veterans that have 3+ years under their belts, potentially coming back, combining with all those newcomers that you've had signed this year.
Well, I always say this. I think the playing field is level. Everybody else had that opportunity too. So, but I really like this group. I guess that's what I emphasize on. I like this group of players. I like the experience we have combined with the youth that we brought in. I think, when it's funny when you play certain games and people talk about the field was this or the fence was that short or the fence was too deep. My answer is always, well, it's the same for both teams. Well, it's the same for every team. Every team gets to come back. But I think what makes the difference is how much I personally like this team, this group of men, and I'm really excited about that.
Great. And then final question, just we'll go one at a time. Hogan, what excites you most about this team and going into the 2021 season?
This team probably just the amount of talent we have. We didn't lose a whole lot of players from last year. And the players we did lose, we were able to fill those holes with really solid talent this season. So I'm just excited to see what we can do coming into the next season with everything that we have.
What about you, Austin?
Pretty much the same thing, bringing in the new guys, new talent. Just from one practice yesterday, from my side, watching the pitchers throw, it was pretty impressive for the most part. I enjoyed watching all of them, and the talent from the arm standpoint looked really good. Haven't been able to look at the hitters yet, but overall, on paper, and the new guys that are coming in, it looks pretty good this year, and I'm pretty excited for that too.
And Coach, same question.
Yeah, what excites me is that, I've got a year under my belt with these two guys like these two guys. Two of our better players, they kind of know what the expectations are. They can help me as we get going. So I think this team has a chance to have great leadership. And I think there's guys that have been there and done that. Both of these guys are very good players in our program. They're everyday guys. They're guys we count on. In addition to others, we got Josh Madole, Zach Budzik, Press Kavanaugh coming back after a great freshman start. I won't say year yet, but it was a great freshman start for him. So Robbie O'Neal behind the plate was making good strides. And then the newcomers we have, we got 6 JUCO guys, 3 transfers. So we're excited about those guys along with our freshmen who are very talented. I think Austin was talking about it yesterday. Just to watch our freshman pitchers yesterday throw in the bullpen, I was really, as the pitching coach, I was really excited. So I just think it's the time of the year that you just try to bring it all under one umbrella as we go through this skill phase. But more excited about the leadership and the ability of these young men.